Dr. James J.C. Cooley. That's right. It's the James Cooley Show. It's your life. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. All right.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley and his guest will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 9 p.m. right here on The Answer San Diego.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore them or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley, and his guests will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on 660 AM The Answer in Dallas-Fort Worth.
The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, can be heard every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on The Answer. Life is full of circles, cycles, phases, and stages. It's your choice to ignore or embrace them. Motivational speaker, author, military veteran, and founder of the J.C. Cooley Foundation, James Cooley and his guests will inspire and equip you to strive for your own greatness and overcome adversities. Listen to The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life, every Sunday at 6 p.m. right here on The Answer.
At Meridian Christian University, we believe education is...
Yeah. Dr. James J.C. Cooley. The James Cooley Show. It's your life. Yeah.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are.
Hello, welcome to the James Cooley Show. It's your life. I'm your host, Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and wow, we got an absolutely powerful show coming your way today. We got this guy on, I tell you, he is off into helping people reach their fullest potential as it relates to hydration in their bodies and fitness. And I tell you, I'm excited to have this discussion with this young man today. How you feel, Dr. Cooley? How you feeling today?
I'm doing great, James. Health and fitness, we're all into that. We do everything we can to stay healthy and to, inspire people as well. But this is going to be a very interesting conversation. I don't think we've had a topic like this on the show since we've been doing this. So I'm really excited about it.
I'm excited about it, and I'm excited about potentially one day trying this. So I'm excited about this because I was recommended by the doctor that I might probably need to start doing this when I was in the hospital last time. So So I get a chance to talk to somebody that's actually doing it and getting the opportunity to learn a little bit about it. So I'm excited. So Michelle, can you introduce the title of the show, the purpose of the show, and introduce this absolutely fantastic guest?
Yes, the title of the show is called Freedom Performance 4, and we're having a conversation with Aaron Guerrero. He is the founder of Freedom Performance 4, and he's going to talk about this personalized IV therapy service and promoting long-term vitality through preventive and functional medicine rooted in compassion and integrity. Wow. So Aaron Guerrero grew up in Irving and in a modest blue-collar middle-class home. He's proud to say his parents are still together in the same house he grew up in. He went to 12 years of Catholic school, so did I, and graduated high school in 2006. Aaron stated he was not mature enough for college and did not fare well. After a year at school, he dropped out and was working different jobs. When he was 22 years old, he went to EMT school and medic school. He's been a paramedic the majority of his adult life, working in several different capacities from ground to air operations. In 2021, Aaron discovered mobile IV therapy, and in 2024 opened his own company, Freedom Performance IV. Please welcome to the show for the first time, Mr. Aaron Guerrero.
All right, that was awesome. Thank you, guys. Right.
And correction, I introduced the show as Freedom Performance 4. It's IV. So my mistake.
No, thank you. That was wonderful. I really appreciate that. Thank you for having me, guys.
Hey, how you doing, Aaron? How you doing today, man? I see you at the gym, man, and
yes, sir.
I tell you, man, that gym is absolutely incredible, and have folks like you there that help enhancing a lot of folks that could, especially from a hydration perspective, is incredible. So first of all, can you tell our viewers and listeners a little bit more about you, where you grew up, what made you click, why you're so passionate about what you do?
All right, cool. Thank you again for having me. Yes, sir. So I did, like Miss Michelle was saying, I grew up in Irving, Texas, born and raised. I was blessed to have both my parents still together. I grew up in 12 years of Catholic school, where I think that is the foundation of a lot of my education. I went to medic school in, I think it was 2010, 2011. You go through the basic school, you go through EMT school, and that was a blessing for me. Before that, I was jumping around job to job, kind of aimless. I wasn't mature enough to figure out what I was trying to do after high school, really, like a lot of people. But once I fell into being a paramedic, it was all, all the cells were going. I was just full steam ahead. I wanted to do and see everything that I could. I worked a lot of hours. Picked up every overtime shift I could, had multiple jobs. Every medic I've ever met or every firefighter I ever met had more than one job, whether in the medical field or they had their own business. So getting into that, I got to see and do a lot of things. I saw a lot of things that bothered me, a lot of things that tested my morals, and then a lot of things that made you give you, all that warm, fuzzy feeling inside. I think I talk a lot about being a medic because that's what I did a lot of my adult life. That's what, the majority of my adult life, especially working 80 to 100 hours a week. That's what'd you do this week? I worked. So, but also in that same capacity, if I didn't ever become a medic, I would have never met my wife. She's at the time she was an ER nurse, and we met working in the ER. So it's nothing but a blessing for me.
Wow, it's God got His own way of getting us together. I tell you, yes, what encouraged you to enter the medical field as a medic? I mean, did you just one day just had an aha moment, or somebody encouraged you to do that? Tell me how you got off into that.
Yes, sir. It really was an aha moment. I was in between jobs. I went and had hung out with my dad that day. I was helping him dig out a dead tree in his backyard. We're moving from the back to the front, moving dirt, and we hear screaming in the neighborhood. And at first we thought it was kids. And then when it became more distinct, that was a grown man screaming. And we went out to look. He doesn't know this neighbor. They were close enough for us to hear him. And we see him running in his front yard. And the gentleman had tried to turn off his lawnmower or get a rock out of it without turning it off. Yeah, so all 4 of those digits were gone. So we go over there, and my dad's a Marine, and he knew what to do. So we're helping him. I start to help this guy. We see Irving Fire Department roll up, and the paramedics jump out of their giant ambulance. It looked giant to me. And I thought to myself, I could do this. And after we finished up, I told my dad, I was like, I could do that. And he goes, you probably could. You should try. And a month later, I was in school.
Oh, man. How long was the school?
2 years straight to become a paramedic. So everyone has to go to the basic. You get your EMT basic, and then you can go right into paramedic school. Or some people choose to work as an EMT. There's different levels. The 2 levels: the EMT basic, EMT paramedic, and then you can get different certifications from there.
Wow. So I always throw a wrench in the first segment. If you had one adjective to describe who you are, what adjective would that be, and why?
What adjective?
Yes.
What adjective? I would say loyal. I think that's my favorite one. I burnt myself out in the healthcare field. I would like to describe that era of my life as a bad employee, good paramedic. But I was loyal to my team. I was always loyal to my team, loyal to the closest people to me, loyal to everyone who has been there for me throughout my journey as a medic, throughout some of the darkest moments as being a medic, and then the people who have supported me in this entrepreneurial endeavor that I've been on under the past few years. So I would say loyal.
Wow. So what inspired you to start Freedom Performance IV, and what personal or professional experiences shape your vision and where you're at today?
For me, it was in 2021. And like I said earlier, every paramedic I know had a second job. And I was sitting in my bunk room at my flight job at the time looking for a second job. I'm scrolling through Indeed, and I find a 1099 contractor job with a mobile IV company. And those guys have been great. They supported me through my own journey. But I got to do that for a few years, really kind of learn the ropes, learn the business, learn the industry, learn what type of people or clients you're going to see and taking care of. And I had another aha moment that I thought to myself, this is great. I love it. It's a new way I get to help people. I'm still, in a way, trading my time for money, but I still get to help people just in a different way, not under so much stress and anxiety. So I took a leap of faith. My wife and I both took a leap of faith. And I said, honey, I want to open up my own thing and promote our mission and promote our core values to the world. The company I was working for, they supported, I feel like we have our missions aligned, and they supported nurses and first responders alike to get them off these long 12 and 24 and 48 hour shifts. Well, I want to do the same thing, but I also want to support people's own well-being. I've noticed so many, I'm sure you've seen in and out of the gym, how the obesity problem in America is insane. The food we're getting is not food. Our water is demineralized. I feel like that needs to be talk about a lot more. And I think I can relate to that because I've lost close to 100 pounds in my own journey. And, that was, all of it was discipline. Being in the gym, it's discipline. But also there's a lot of mental health issues that coincide with that. And I think it needs to be spoken about a lot more, especially amongst men.
So, wow, you said you lost 100 pounds?
Yes, sir.
Man.
Yeah. I was much heavier.
So how did you go about doing that? I'm talking, what are some of the changes that you had to make in your lifestyle to help you lose that weight? I mean, you look completely healthy to me when I see it.
Thank you. Yeah, I try really hard. I work really hard now. Beforehand, I wasn't working hard, and I didn't love myself. I think that's the biggest thing, is the mindset switch. I believe in switches and dials. You either turn it on or turn it off, or turn it up and turn it down. And then I flipped the switch. I got tired of the way I looked. I got tired of the way I felt. I got tired of being constantly inflamed. Once you finally just lose all that inflammation and that water weight, that's a lot of weight right there. And you realize, wow, I was like that all day, every day. And your mobility, it skyrockets once you lower that inflammation. And I told myself I never want to go back to that again. So that was the biggest thing, was the mindset. After mindset, I contributed to my wife. She taught me a lot about eating right, eating healthy, what to eat, how much to eat, and dialing in your macros. I tried everything. I was vegetarian for a while. I never went full vegan, but I did the vegetarian. And yeah, sure, I lost inflammation and water weight, but that was not for me. I tried keto and I lost a lot of weight, but I was what they call skinny fat. And you've seen me and Aaron work out. I'm trying to lift heavy.
Hold hold that thought. We're gonna take a station break, but I tell you what,
Yes, sir.
I am thoroughly enjoying this conversation. And whichever platform that you're watching us on, if you want to be part of this conversation, whether you're watching us on E36 Television, Traffic TV, YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, and over 80 other platforms, welcome to the show. If you want to be part of the conversation, all you have to do is just go to the comments, ask any question that you might have. I promise you, Aaron got an answer for you. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Your life. Dr. James J.C. Cooley.
Really get a chance to know who you are. And once you know who you are, you truly know who you are, love who you are. Love who you are. You're a masterpiece. Love who you are. Love who you were born to be. Love me some me. That's what I'm talking about. When you leave high school, you gotta know today or tomorrow, hopefully today, what your plans are. Hopefully, there is no bad decision unless there is no plan. Create, collaborate, commit with confidence. Commit with what? Commit with what? In everything that you do.
Welcome to Viridian Christian University, where faith and learning come together to transform lives. At VCU, we believe that education is more than just academics. It's about fostering a community of growth, integrity, and purpose. Whether you're pursuing a bachelor's, master's, or doctorate, VCU offers flexible, affordable, and 100% online degree programs that cater to your busy life. Our innovative platform provides a personalized learning experience, empowering you to thrive in today's ever-evolving world. Join a global community of learners guided by an experienced faculty who are committed to your success. With VCU, you're not just earning a degree, you're preparing for a future that integrates faith, leadership, and service. Viridian Christian University, educating with purpose, transforming lives. Learn more at ViridianChristianUniversity.com. ViridianChristianUniversity.com.
Dr. James J.C. Cooley. The James Cooley Show.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, and I tell you what, just having a great discussion with Aaron, and we getting ready to get off into the meat of this discussion. First segment is always getting to know my guests, and I tell you, this is a great guest right here. We getting ready to learn about his product, and maybe I tell you, especially in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, you might want to reach out to Aaron. So Aaron, how has the mission of the company evolved since inception?
I feel like it's evolved quite a lot, trying to empower not just, I would say, trying to empower moms and dads, because I feel like it starts with the family. If we can empower the mom and the dad, and we can transfer that over into the children, then we can create a atmosphere or society that's doing something positive in the world, rather than just repeating this nasty cycle. And what I mean by that nasty cycle is that cycle of being unhealthy, that thinking a bag of chips is okay in your kid's lunch at school. I love chips just like everyone else, but we really can do better. So I think it's evolved into not just being able to give someone that quick fix of IV therapy, but ultimate longevity and more of a functional type of living.
Can you tell our viewers and our listeners what is IV therapy and what are some of the benefits that they can expect to get from it?
Yes, sir. So vitamin IV therapy, it is medical grade IV fluid, the same thing you would get at the hospital or your doctor's office, depending on where you're at. We use nothing but the best compounded vitamins that we get through Olympia Pharmacy. They've been the gold standard in the industry, and I've used them myself. My wife has used them, and they've held up to this test of time. I really like the supplements that we carry. We have everything from vitamin C to magnesium. We also carry different packages, or we tailor different curated packages for all of our clients. But what IV therapy helps with is hydration, of course. Most people walk around chronically dehydrated and don't even know it. They think they're getting plenty of water throughout the day, or some people know they're not getting plenty of water throughout the day. But I would say the biggest benefit through IV therapy is the hydration. Most of my clients are the acutely ill, people battling either COVID, flu, or stomach bug, migraine, whatever the case may be. And we use different vitamins and minerals and supplements to help combat a lot of those symptoms, especially fatigue. We carry a few medications as well, like IV Toradol, which is an NSAID. And I have quite a few migraine clients that I can help take care of with that. We carry nausea medicine to help with any type of vomiting, nausea. Unfortunately, I do see a lot of the stomach bug that goes around. So just, being nauseous is terrible. So being able to take that out quickly and effectively is a game changer.
I was asking you a question. I was off the camera. I apologize. I said,
That's all right.
What gaps in the medical and wellness market did you see that Freedom Performance aimed to fill?
So I have experience working in ERs, big ERs, small ERs, standalone ERs, and urgent cares. So what I've noticed was the wait times. The wait times being in there it's awful. Some people are there between 4 and even 12 to 16 hours, depending on the acuity, how many people are already in the ER. There's a long list of who goes first and who goes second, right? So I definitely promote that I can keep you out of the urgent care and out of the ER. If I don't think you're a candidate for IV therapy, I'll tell you. I definitely will let you know if I can't help you or if I make things worse. I tell all my clients that I'm here to make you feel better, not worse. So I think what really was missing was the availability. It's there, but you're going to give up a day to go in there, and you may even leave with another bug that you didn't have. The other thing I was trying to fill was people's options. I want to give people more options when it comes to their healthcare. When you go to the doctor, when you go to the ER or the urgent care, you don't even know how much your service is going to be that day. It's all up in the air until you talk to your insurance or until the facility talks to the insurance. With mobile IV companies, you know what you're getting. You see a curated package. You see what's offered. You see how much everything is. And I like to think that we don't nickel and dime you. I'm not going to charge you for the Band-Aid. I'm not going to charge you for every little piece of gauze that we use. So a lot of things are included. So I really think that was part of the missing factor there.
Yeah. So, what were some of the challenges that you might have faced initially when starting your company and figuring out exactly the aim and the purpose, what you want the clients to understand that they was going to get from your company?
I think some of the challenges were actually just starting, taking that first step, building the systems. I knew how things work. I knew how they wanted to work, or how I knew how I wanted them to work. So I needed to put my own touch into it and to reach out to, just making sure your vendors are in line and things like that. It was just a lot of groundwork, a lot of sitting at the computer. And then I knew what my mission was. So I think putting that out there to the public, being more vocal on social media, putting my face out there and really representing my brand of living free and being the standard. I think everyone, or especially men and dads, need to be the standard in our family, to be that example.
Wow. So let me ask a question. I just came. I know our viewers are probably thinking about this. Do insurance cover this service, or it just out of pocket?
Some companies I noticed use and work with insurance, but we do not.
Yeah. Okay. So, how does you how does Freedom Performance IV different from most other IV companies?
I would say it would be our experience in exclusivity. We definitely have clients or I would say providers that have quite the bit of experience. When people are reaching out to us and you go get that IV done, and we were just talking about needles before we went live, they want to be stuck just the one time. This isn't just like working at the ER, working on an ambulance where you're trying to do everything as quickly as possible while still keeping the patient safe. This is a different type of setting. This is a relationship building setting. This is being able to, when you're putting a needle in someone's skin, it's a very intimate thing. So you're trying to make them feel better. You're connecting with that client. You're nurturing that relationship. That's the biggest thing right there. I think a lot of people, I've heard some people will go in with their shorts, t-shirt, and a hat on, which is all fine and well. That's just not what we do. But they go in, stick them, and sit there on their phone and just let that IV drip. No, I want to engage with my client. I want to know how I can help them. I want to know if this is beneficial to them. We're all, as business owners, everyone wants to make a dollar, of course, but I want to make people feel better. I want to let them live optimally.
Yeah. So how long does this process? I'm talking about the drip IV. How long does it take?
I tell all my clients to block out about an hour of time. Once we get there, I ask a few questions. We need to do a telehealth screening. Typically, I send you the link to take care of that before our meeting. But I tell everyone to block out an hour of time. It takes me about 5 to 15 minutes to set everything up. Once we actually start the drip, 30 minutes for the infusion.
Oh man, this sound interesting. I got one of my friends and my camera guy is watching the show right now, and I hope he asks a question. Because he said that he's been doing this, him and his wife, every month. So he said that this is special. This is something. Well, how would you encourage? What type of clients are you looking for that might need this type of service?
I hate to say everyone, but I would definitely narrow it down to high performing individuals who want to make sure they wake up every day, all cylinders are firing. I see moms who are busy. You see moms walking to the gym with 3 kids. That's a hard job. We see business owners who are busy throughout the day trying to maintain relationships with clients and with their family. We see our first responders, our military. We can go down the list of these high performers that are burning the candle on both ends. So if we can support them, I think we're supporting not only our society, but our country in a better way. From the nuclear family all the way to, like I was saying, our first responders in our military.
So you mentioned something that's totally, because most of the mothers, they're working, they got kids, and they are on the go at least 10, 12 hours a day.
Yes, sir.
And how would this help them?
So this is going to help I think it helps with cognitivity. It's going to help clear out any of that brain fog. The number one thing, again, hydration. You're a mom on the go. You're carrying 3 kids. You're doing all these things, whether you're taking care of things at the house, taking care of things at the office, one or the other, both. I think having that energy and that extra boost is the greatest thing. We all, not everyone, but a lot of people are taking a daily vitamin. Everything you take by mouth, you only absorb 5 to 10% of that. So when you take that by mouth, you'd say take 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, you may only get 50 to 100 milligrams. When we do a supplementation via IV, it's going right to work, right into the bloodstream. Your body's real smart. It's going to absorb everything it needs. And whenever it doesn't need, it's going to kick out through your kidneys later. So I think that's the biggest benefit is full absorption and giving that mom that extra boost that she may need. I had a client a few years back who she was still breastfeeding and she was losing some of her production. We did an IV, and I think it was mostly dehydration. But once we did that IV, she texted me the next day and say her production was sky high again.
Yeah. So how long does one IV last in the body?
So I get that question a lot. That's a good one. it goes right to work. So like I was saying, it's going right into the bloodstream. Your body's going to absorb everything it needs in that moment. And everyone's different. Your metabolism is going to work differently. And of course, you're going to go to the bathroom and lose some of that hydration. But I think for most people, for a healthy individual, you're going to feel good for a week, if not better. But I still like to tell everyone, just because you had an IV today doesn't mean you're hydrating, doesn't mean you don't eat the healthy foods, the whole foods, the one ingredient foods. I tell all my clients that if God didn't make it, you don't need to eat it.
I like that. So you're saying that it stays into the body for about a week?
I would say so. Yeah, but it's gonna for hydration purposes, it's gonna go out as quick as you put it in. That's why we have to maintain our hydration throughout the day. It's not like a super hydrator that's going to last longer. It will help you catch up quicker and help you get rehydrated quicker, but it doesn't help you stay hydrated longer.
Well, we got our RVS production says IV hydration is great for many things, especially for energy boost. Can you talk about that a little bit? We got about two minutes before the break.
Yes, sir. So I would say my most popular package is my Myers IV package. That's a full liter fluid. It's a B complex, a B12, zinc, glutathione, vitamin C, and magnesium. I tell everyone that's steak, potatoes, and broccoli, everything your body needs. So that B complex is going to help with cognitivity, the B12 for energy, the zinc for your immune system, the vitamin C for your immune system. Glutathione is a master antioxidant that's going to flush inflammation out of your body, flushing toxins out of your body. And magnesium is great for muscular and cellular recovery. So all that is going to help working together synergistically like that. That's definitely going to give you an energy boost.
Man, I'm liking this conversation already, Eric.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got to take a station break. But we're going to come back. We're going to learn a lot more. I'm excited. I know you're excited because Aaron is breaking it down. He's a natural at doing this. And I tell you what, if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do is just go to the comment platform with your comments. Ask any question that you might have. I promise you, we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Hello Africa, greetings to you wherever you are. The Africa Trade and Investment Conference 2025 kicks off from July 9th to 11th. Dar es Salaam, Tanzania is where the future is gathered. Register now, don't miss this chance to connect, learn, and live. Come hear from the leaders, the visionaries, change makers, and policy drivers shaping Africa's tomorrow. It's all about building prosperity through trade, innovation, and continental collaboration. With strong support from trusted partners across sectors, this is a united front for progress. Together, we rise to build a stronger, smarter, and more connected Africa.
The future is here.
Now is the time to pursue the greatness in you. Welcome to Viridian Christian University, where faith meets future. We are a fully accredited, 100% online Christian university. We offer bachelor's degree, master's and doctorate degree programs, built for students like you. Affordable tuitions, 30+ degree programs, 100% online and flexible. Integrating faith with learning. Study from anywhere at your pace. At VCU, we do not just prepare you for a degree. We prepare you for purpose. Discover who you are. Grow in faith. And build a future that impacts the world.
Are you ready to start your journey today?
Visit www.viridianchristianuniversity.com.
Apply today and be among the global leaders.
Hi, I'm Dr. Michelle Cooley. Heart disease research saves lives. It's that simple. Thanks to medical advancements funded by the American Heart Association, more women are surviving heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular diseases than ever before. But there's still so much work to do.
Hi, I'm Dr. James J.C. Cooley, and I'm raising funds to support life-saving research because every heartbeat is worth fighting for. In honor of Women's History Month, please join me in support of the American Heart Association and women's health. Hello, welcome back to the JC Cooley show. I'll tell you what, I'm sitting back enjoying this conversation. I did not know what IB services was all about, but now Aaron got me interested in getting one of these IVs prior to me heading toward Tanzania. This Sunday, I'll be heading to Tanzania, Africa, and I'm over there for 8 days, and I want to be hydrated. So I'm excited about this, and I tell you, he's in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and if you're interested in this, he's going. How can they reach out to you, Aaron, to enlist your services for them to do this?
Yes, sir. Great question. Most people, a lot of my business has been through referrals, but most people, everyone finds me on social media. That's been where most of our traction in our business has been coming from. We have a website coming in here in the works pretty soon. We haven't even been open a year yet, so lots of things moving and turning and burning.
Well, prior to us going to the commercial, you had mentioned about some packages. Can you talk about the different packages?
Yes, sir.
What they entail.
So we are speaking on the Myers package. That's I would say that's the industry standard, and it's my most popular one. I like it because I think it covers most everything. You get a little bit, so you get 6 vitamins and minerals that come in that one. I think it covers a majority of what people are looking for. The next one to that is my Elite Myers. It has all the same vitamins and minerals, except we're going to do a high dose vitamin C, a 5,000 milligram dose. And we're also going to do a higher dose of glutathione, a 1,000 milligram dose. Typically, I recommend that one to people who are in the middle of being sick, my acutely ill clients. If you're in the middle of a bug or something, that's typically, I think, when it serves you most. Some people like that one just because they want the higher dose. They want that big vitamin C dose. They want that glutathione flush. A lot of my clients who are, I would say the majority who are looking to maintain, or people who are looking for just a boost or just to make sure they stay on top of their immunity, they do the Myers package. We also offer packages for athletic performance and recovery. We do a health and beauty package that can help with, it includes biotin, which is great for the hair, skin, and nails. We do curated packages. What I mean by that is I can customize the package. One of the questions I like to talk to or ask my clients is, you know how you feel, and you know how you want to feel. Tell me how I can help you today. And then we go over what's kind of bugging them, and then I try and tailor something for them. A couple of my athletes will do like an amino blend, some taurine, and a glutathione mixture to help flush the inflammation out, get those aminos where they need to be, and get your muscles to recover quickly. So different packages for different people for different ailments. I would say, though, the most popular one is definitely the Myers package.
My viewers out there probably trying to figure out what's the cost of these packages. Can you talk about the cost so they get an understanding of what that is?
Yes, sir. So all our costs include all supplies and materials. We're not going to send you an itemized list of a receipt that shows every little detailed. We use this one piece of tape over here. Everything starts at $150 and then goes up from there. Some of these packages can get pretty expensive. We work out different package deals if you want to buy multiple IVs at once. We have a membership service that we use and offers different benefits for our members. But everything starts at $150 and works its way up from there.
Wow. I mean, for what you're talking about, that's cheap. That's cheap.
It really is when you're thinking about investing in your health. And I know that the dollars can really add up, and everyone trying to tighten their belts all the time. But when you look at that money being spent, where else are you spending your money at? Instead of maybe paying for that subscription service, maybe we pause that and start to make a health fund for ourselves and our loved ones.
Yeah. So Aaron, with the technology and everything changing, how do you stay ahead in a fast changing industry with new wellness trends constantly emerging?
I think the biggest thing is the relationship, maintaining that relationship with my clients and being honest with them. I also think I try all my vitamins and minerals, everything we have to offer. If we come up with something new or a new product comes out on the market, I try them. That way I know what I'm getting. I know what I'm selling. I know what I'm trying to offer my clients. I stay ahead of it by doing that and by maintaining these relationships. It's not just, a drive-through service where I'm going to stick you in and wait for you to be done. I'm invested in you. I want you to live free. I want you to have good health because I remember what it felt like for myself not having good health and not loving myself. I tell people you have that 1 hour, you can't go anywhere. You're tethered to this IV. So take it for yourself. If you're not, I do have a lot of clients who still work while getting their IV done. But for the most part, I tell everyone, take this 1 hour to decompress. Take this 1 hour to focus on what you need to do so you can be your best and pour into others. I feel like that stays ahead of everyone else.
Wow. Are there any new products, services, or technology Freedom Performance is planning to launch in the near future?
There are a few different things out there. Our biggest thing that we're going to try and start to offer is probably mindset coaching. I love all the gizmos and gadgets that you can find out there in functional wellness and medicine. There's a lot of cool things out there, but I really truly believe the biggest thing is our mindset. We're not trained and educated a certain way all throughout high school. I think a lot of us now, especially in this modern day and age, with so much education, just like you have all this wonderful education you're putting out to the world, you have so much access, or we have so much access to it. I would be doing a disservice to my community if I wasn't sharing all this.
Wow. How do you ensure client safety and trust and confidence during IV therapy section? And because I'm sure that a lot of them are wondering how that is done.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So first, I do my own my experience as a paramedic, 15 years experience as a paramedic. I think that helps, ease the nerves of a lot of people. I also do my own medical screening. I'll do a quick screening. I'll ask about medical conditions. We'll check your vitals, listen to your lungs, ask you if you've had any recent surgeries, medications, almost a full medical history. And before I do any of that, we get screened and cleared via a telehealth screening, similar to what you and I are doing now. But you do a telehealth screening with a nurse practitioner or advanced practice nurse, and they clear you. Once you're cleared by that nurse, then I get to come see you. I clear you through my vitals and my little screening, and then we start to do a little IV therapy.
So can you share any success stories or testimonies that you have received back from some of your clients telling how this has helped them and that they are continually using you and more others to get an understanding that this is so good for your health?
Yes, sir. So let's just talk about like 3 different clients that I see. I have an elderly lady that I see biweekly. I think she likes the conversation, but she attributes the IV to having better mobility in her joints. She says her knees don't hurt. She hasn't been sick. She thinks that gives her the boost and the hydration that she needs every month to help live the life that she wants to at 87 years old. I have another client. He is a electrical construction company owner, and he's always working, whether he's in the field, in the office, or at his home office. And then he's got his wife and kids that he takes care of. He was kind of skeptical at first, but I've known this gentleman for a long time now. But now he swears by it. It helps keep him to where he needs to be. If he starts to feel a bug come on, he'll do one. Or if he's been burning the candle at both ends, he'll do one. I see a client who travels as much as you do. She goes international as well. And unfortunately, she battles migraines. So when she stays on top of the IV therapy and her hydration, the migraines don't come as often.
Yeah, so I got a friend of mine right here. I'll tell you, he just commented on this. He says that I am definitely getting hydrated before the Tanzania trip. This is my camera guy, one of my camera crew that's going with me.
All right.
He gets this therapy once a month. So I'll tell you what, we're going to take a station break, but we're going to come back and we're going to talk about this. And I think Michelle and I probably going to want to get this, right. before I go. But I tell you, we're going to take a station break. I'm thoroughly enjoying this conversation. I did not know anything about this until this discussion tonight. And Michelle, you already know that we have not had anybody like Aaron on the show before, but we're going to delve deeply into this conversation when we come back. So if you want to be part of this great conversation, all you have to do is go to the comments on the platform that you're watching us on, and I promise you we'll get you an answer. It's your life, and we'll see you shortly after the break.
Noah Dingley here, producer of The James Cooley Show, It's Your Life. And the new audio version of James' book, Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet, is a must-have. James shares his true life story of struggle and success in America. It's both a cautionary tale and a roadmap to achieving the American dream. Get the new audio version of Country Boy, City Boy, A Journey That Ain't Over Yet by James Cooley on Amazon.com or wherever audiobooks are sold.
A Black Man's Point of View is the newest Amazon.com #1 release and bestseller book from author Dr. James J.C. Cooley, featuring the perspective from 11 other contributing authors. In A Black Man's Point of View, Dr. James Cooley unpacks his thoughts and personal experiences about the challenges, stereotypes, and feelings of self-worth that many black men face today due to a 400-year ancestry rooted in slavery and colonization. Yet, how so many black men move forward despite this history. Most importantly, A Black Man's Point of View conveys that all men, regardless of race, creed, or color, are capable of love, respect, and dignity. Described as a map to a greater life from the heart of a man who's experienced life's misfortune and harsh conditions, James shows us how beliefs, convictions, and a healthy mentality can help propel a life worth living. A must-read for all. Order your copy of A Black Man's Point of View by author Dr. James J.C. Cooley today from Amazon.com or wherever books are sold.
At Viridian Christian University, we believe education is more than just a degree. It's a pathway to a purpose-driven life. Whether you're advancing your career, pursuing a passion, or building a new future, VCU's 100% online programs give you the flexibility to learn on your terms, anywhere, anytime. With expert faculty, personalized mentorship, and a faith-centered approach, you'll gain the skills, knowledge, and leadership you need to make a lasting impact. VCU offers bachelor's, master's, and doctorate degrees, each designed to empower you for success in today's fast-changing world. Join a global community of believers, learners, and leaders. Ready to start your journey? Viridian Christian University, transforming lives, empowering futures. Visit us at ViridianChristianUniversity.com. That's ViridianChristianUniversity.com.
Hello, welcome back to the James Cooley Show. It's Your Life, and wow. Aaron has enlightened me on some of the things. Just like I mentioned to you earlier, I did not know anything about IV therapy. And Aaron, I gotta get this before I go.
Definitely, you won't regret
it. Yeah. So, and what he said, viewers out there, the process probably takes about an hour. You might want to look into this. Get in touch with Aaron, especially if you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. How can they get in touch with you again, Aaron?
They can find all my links on my socials, mostly social media, Facebook and Instagram, Freedom Performance IV, and then Aaron Guerrero at Instagram. You can find me on there too.
So how can they schedule an appointment with you?
There's an online scheduling linking, a booking link app, or they can reach out to my phone directly, and it's listed on there as well.
Wow. I'm going to turn it over to Michelle. So you got it, Michelle.
Thank you. Aaron, so what feedback have you received from those who have used your services, especially on a regular basis? Can you kind of tell the audience about that?
Sure. I have a lot of different people that tell me that they attribute it to help keeping them going, really, especially when I meet a lot of like-minded people. I think people who believe in this service also believe that their healthcare system is broken, that our food industry is broken, that our pharmacy industry is poisoning us. So with that being in mind, we want to try and turn it and use it against them, that we have these tools like IV therapy, that we can strengthen ourselves and have better health. I have clients that tell me that they attribute that to that because our water is demineralized, because our food is, denatured. We don't get the minerals and electrolytes that we normally do. So with this supplementation, this helps people that are looking to stay at that high performing level most of the time.
Wow. So Aaron, do you have like staff who administers this IV therapy? And if so, is there any specific type of training that they need to do?
Yes, ma'am. So I go out and service clients as a paramedic, and we have 2 RNs who work with us as well. In the state of Texas and throughout the nation, the only people who can do this are paramedics and nurses. So if there's someone out there that's not a medical professional doing this, I suggest you stop seeing them. Every one of us is, like I said, a nurse or a medic, and we're backed by our physician protocol. So we do have a medical director that works above us.
Okay, so let's say I am a prospect and I want to have this administered to me. Is there like a specific questionnaire, or let's say you have a prospect such as myself who may be suffering from a cold, who's diabetic or has some underlying conditions. Is that something you need to know before this IV therapy is administered?
Yes, ma'am. So once someone schedules an appointment with me, I send them a booking link, and they do a telehealth service with a nurse practitioner. They can do it from their phone. They can do it from the computer, and they'll ask them about their medical history. They'll ask them about medical conditions, and then they'll be either cleared or denied through them. Some of the things that may deny you are something like congestive heart failure. That anything wrong with your heart or your lungs, we don't want to be messing with that. Anything that if you had a history of blood clots, certain medications and certain supplements with pregnancy. So there's a few different questions that we ask.
So how long after it's administered? And you mentioned about an hour or so. Are there like small side effects, or what do you tell the people who are administering it? What do you tell, or what is the communicate to the patients to look out for after it's been administered?
So once everything's finished up, I like to ask, we'll shut down the IV. I leave the IV still in place. I ask them how they're feeling, how everything went for them. Do they feel better? Do they think this treatment helped them? And then we remove the catheter. That is, sometimes people find it that's more uncomfortable than actually getting the IV. So what I'm trying to go with that is this little step-by-step process. We'll educate them about, I'm going to put this gauze on you. Let's leave it on about 20 minutes so we don't bruise and bleed everywhere. You may feel like you need to go to the bathroom. If you get a full liter of fluid and you tell me you have to go to the bathroom, that's a great sign because that tells me I hydrated you. And then another thing too, if we do a whole liter of fluid, you don't have to go to the bathroom. That means your bladder isn't full. That means you're probably pretty dehydrated. As far as, side effects, those would be the biggest 2 I talk about is going to the bathroom. No negative side effects. You shouldn't be having anything like that. That's why we do a good thorough check as far as a pre-screening. And then that's also why we check your vitals and listen to your lungs to make sure everything is up to par and you're breathing appropriately.
Is there something that the patients have to prepare for to do before the IV therapy? Like sometimes certain procedures, they say don't eat for 12 hours or, just little things. Or did you have alcohol in the last couple of hours? Is there certain things that are recommended that you kind of stay away from for a couple hours before this is administered?
No, ma'am. For the most part, people can, jump right in. As far as you don't need to be fasted, you can have a meal. For the most part, I would say if you're able to eat, go ahead and eat. So that way, you're satiated and you don't have that overwhelming full feeling of being hydrated like that. The only thing I would say to stay away from is if you're looking to get any type of medications from us, don't do your over-the-counter medications. We only have a few over-the-counter medications that come via IV, like Zofran, Benadryl, and Toradol.
Wow. Are there other services or any other, besides the regular, performance IV therapy that you are currently working on, or there's something down the line that's that we should know about or that you can divulge?
Yeah, so we also offer event medicine services where we can go out to your obstacle course, we'll go out to your race, and we'll provide first aid. And the cool thing about being able to offer first aid to these different events is that we also have the capability of having IV therapy. We still have to, if we go out to these events, we still have to screen the clients. They still need to do the nurse screening. So it's maybe a little longer process being out there, but it's cool to have that ability to be able to help them while they're out there. We were very blessed to work with a company based out of Australia, and they did a tactical event down in San Antonio last month. And that was actually our first event that we got to do first aid with. And we did have a couple of heat casualties down there. So we were able to do IV therapy, and to have these tools at our fingertips is great. I get to service my clients and really give them a great product.
So we're down to about the last couple of minutes of the show. I want to drive this again. What are some of the takeaways that you want our viewers and our listeners to get from this absolutely fantastic discussion?
I think the biggest takeaway is the mental game. I really want to preach to people to love yourself and to take the time to give yourself that credit and to realize that you deserve more. And by that, I mean, you deserve to be healthy. You're made to be healthy. We're all made in the image of God, and he didn't make us to be inflamed and unhealthy. And using this as a tool and as a supplement to push yourself forward into having that healthy lifestyle, I'm all for it. I don't think people should lean on this. I don't think people need to be using it all the time, but I do think people can use it as a tool to push themselves into better health.
Yeah, so got a question. Does Aaron have the hangover IV, the place? I don't know what that means. I mean, I really don't know what that means.
Yeah, no, that's great marketing. A lot of the things that they market is for IV or for hangover relief. And because it is, a hangover really is just your brain being dehydrated. So it will knock out that hangover. Like I said, some of the medications we carry, I'll knock out that headache and that nausea. And some people will definitely rally. Some people will just recover.
Wow, man, I have never heard of the hangover relief.
Yeah, so, they do. A lot of people do use it for that. You know, I think everything in moderation. But if you do it, I'm here for you.
Well, I tell you what, if you're watching, especially in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, reach out to Aaron. Reach out to him. He's going to help you out. Prices, what he said was, that's cheap. I think that's cheap. And just reach out to him. Go to his website. Tell them your website one more time. How they can get in touch with you.
Yes, sir. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram at Freedom Performance IV, and at Instagram it's the Aaron Guerrero.
Aaron, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to come on the show. You have educated me. Stick around once we go off there. But I'd like to thank you for taking the time to come on the show. I would love to have you back on again.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'd love to be here.
That talk about more things and expand your program. And so thank you so much. I'd like to thank Dr. Michelle Cooley for putting together another absolutely fantastic show. I'd like to thank Aaron. I don't know what Aaron's last name is, but for sending this guy to the show. But you and Aaron work out every day. What's Aaron's last name?
Throckmorton.
Yes, so yeah. Aaron, if you're watching the show, thank you so much. I'd like to thank our viewers and our listeners for tuning in to the James Cooley Show. It's your life, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'd like to thank our viewers again because you guys send us love. Always, always dream big, think big, and be big at everything you do. Reach out to Irving and get this product so he can come out and make you well again, especially from a hydration perspective. Dream big, think big, and be big. We'll be out tomorrow, same time, same place. It's your life, and we'll see you tomorrow.